Hey guys, it's Michael. Today is Tuesday, July 21st, 2020, and this is your late in the day update for what is going on in the world with the second stimulus package. In today's video, we're going to go over how Stephen Mnuchin said the focus of the next aid package is really about kids, jobs, and vaccines. We're going to go deeper into what exactly he says this means, where the money will be going, and then after this, we're going to get into what Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer of New York said in a letter to the Democrats about the second stimulus package. We've heard a lot from Republicans in the Senate, President Trump and Stephen Mnuchin, but we haven't heard much from the Democrats as of lately, so this is what they are currently saying. But before we get started, if you're interested in staying up to date on what is going on in the world with your money, well then please be sure to like the video down below and subscribe to my channel so you can be notified when new videos come out. Also, don't forget to get $5 when you download the Acorns Investing app and get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull Investing app. Anyways, let's get right into it. So after the meeting with Trump and other officials in the Oval Office yesterday on Monday, Mitch McConnell described the second stimulus bill as neither another multi-trillion-dollar bridge loan to make up for a total shutdown of the economy, nor is it going to be an ordinary stimulus for a nation ready to get back to normal, because we're not ready to get back to normal. He said the need right now in the next bill lies in between both of these. Cases are increasing, so we can't get back to a complete normal way of life like we were before the virus, but we're also not in a complete shutdown. So he says it is something in between, and that is the mindset they are using going into developing this package. He said the bill will represent an opening bid from the Republicans, and its overall cost is almost certain to grow once negotiations start with the Democrats. Mitch McConnell said it will be about $1 trillion, and Democrats want it to be around $3 trillion. So once they start negotiations, it'll definitely increase. Next up is after the meeting yesterday, Stephen Mnuchin said the focus of the aid package is really about kids, jobs, and vaccines. He told this to reporters during the Oval Office meeting yesterday with Vice President Mike Pence and White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. He said, we're focused on starting with another $1 trillion in the next relief bill. We think that will make a very big impact to the economy moving forward. In addition to this, in addition to jobs and children, he said the focus with vaccines is developing a vaccine for the virus with the goal of having one ready for emergency use by the end of this year. That is their goal. That is why they're providing more funding for the vaccine. And what all officials are saying about the vaccine is once we have a vaccine, that is when we could truly start to see a full recovery. Until then, it's going to be hard to have a full recovery until we have a vaccine and people are able and willing to take the vaccine. He said we'll have tax credits for PPP, for safe work environments. We're going to have big incentives for businesses to rehire workers, money to states for education, for schools, and so students can go back to school safely. That is what Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin said they are going to be focusing on moving into this next stimulus bill and as they're starting to negotiate. Right now, Congress is in a hurry to get this second stimulus package passed. Apart from getting close to the August recess, which will be approaching at the beginning of August, legislators are also scrambling to address the upcoming exhaustion of expanded unemployment benefits. These are set to expire at the end of this month, this week. The $600 per week and $2,400 per month stimulus payments are set to expire and will leave millions of Americans without any source of income. Mnuchin didn't specify whether the expansion of these $600 per week benefits will be renewed, but instead he said Republicans are looking for a technical fix with these benefits. He said, we're going to make sure that we don't pay people more money to stay at home than to go to work. That is what he means by a technical fix, because that was one of the major flaws and major point of debate about these $600 per week and $2,400 per month payments. So the good news here is that Mnuchin says they are going to be continued, but they're going to have to be reduced and modified so people aren't making more money than they would at work, because otherwise it doesn't incentivize people to do the right thing, which is to go to work. That will help the economy the most. Next up is some Republicans are also upset with the White House's resistance to having $25 billion to help states with virus testing and contact tracing. Missouri Senator Roy Blunt, a member of the GOP leadership, said, "I think it is just wrong. If you're going to get people back to school and back to work, having those kinds of tests available is extremely important, and they must provide funding for that. He indicated that the administration also doesn't agree with proposals for funding to distribute the vaccine once one is developed. He said the other thing they've questioned is money to distribute the vaccines. He says the vaccine is not very good if it's not properly distributed. So one, they need to provide funding to develop a vaccine in the first place. And the second point is they need to provide funding for how it will be distributed. Because if there's a vaccine developed, they need to make sure people are able to receive it and it was distributed to everyone. Finally, on to the Democrats and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer of New York. He said in a letter addressed to his Democratic colleagues on Monday that workers and families, not special interests, should be the focus of the next stimulus package. What he means by this is he's talking about the payroll tax cuts and other things that have been proposed that don't directly help families and workers. According to Schumer, the next stimulus bill should prioritize helping American individuals survive the financial strain that the pandemic caused and providing more resources to healthcare professionals. He says the next package needs to make sure it helps people who are unemployed with these enhanced unemployment benefits, and we also need to make sure we have a direct stimulus check. He says we need to make sure we're helping the people that suffered the most in the pandemic, and we shouldn't focus on providing funding to areas that don't need it. So we hadn't heard much from the Democrats, but this is what Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer said in a letter to his Democratic colleagues. Anyways, that's just a quick update on what is going on in the world late in the day on Tuesday, July 21st, 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. Get $5 when you download the Acorns investing app. And thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.